Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Today is October 18th, 2022, the day that we have been waiting for a really, really long time, man. I appreciate you guys for being here as always. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it. I'm also live on YouTube as well. If you guys want to come in and drop your plays in the comment section, that's really, really cool always. Taylor, I appreciate you being here as always. I didn't tweet out the link and I probably should have, but neither here nor there, man. This ain't about Twitter. It's about making money. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it real quick. Before I do get started though, a couple announcements I wanted to make. Last year we kind of went into this thing kind of blind. We didn't I didn't have like a lot of structure behind like doing these spaces. The goal was just to make as much money as possible and kind of be able to share my plays and my picks with people and share insight that kind of help people make their own plays based on the information that we all kind of share together. The goal is always to beat the bookies and the cash tickets, right? But this year we're gonna do a little bit better than we did last year as far as like time management. We won't have extremely long spaces. Some of these I was going through them a week or two ago, figuring out how I can improve them. And we were on spaces for 2 hours sometimes. I was on spaces for 2 hours sometimes longer than 2 hours. So we probably won't have too many spaces that's going to be 2.5 3 hours. But and the goal is going to be to try to keep these to about an hour 15 minutes at the most. So for me in Virginia, that's 5:15 Eastern time. We start trying to be done by 6:15. At the latest 6:30, right? I want to give people time to consume the information, have time to still put their bets in if they want to. I also want to give the audience that doesn't have a chance to make it to the space for whatever reason. I want to give them a chance to be able to go back and listen or watch the YouTube video. So definitely not going to be this ain't the barbershop, right? This is the place where we come in to get plays and share insight. So other thing I wanted to mention real quick is that I am partnered now. I tweeted it. It's actually pinned at the top of my comment at the top of my page. The Basketball Forever podcast network is a new podcast network in conjunction with Basketball Forever. If you guys don't know, Basketball Forever is a pretty big basketball platform, and they have been so graciously kind and wanted me to kind of host the actual NBA podcast. So that's pretty cool, and I'm excited about the partnership with them. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the Basketball Forever logo in the background. I also got the new Twitter picture, as you guys can see that as well. And I actually tweeted out the picture so people would just have like a quick idea and synopsis of what's going on in these spaces, right? So if you look at the picture, I actually posted this on Twitter as well. We'll do a quick recap of yesterday's plays, which we don't have any, of course, because today's the first day. Then I'll go over my best bets with my analysis for today. And then, of course, gambling Twitter. Anybody who wants to share, always, I think that's what makes the show, right? Being able to kind of chop it up and discuss what we like, but we just got to do it a little bit quicker, right? Not giving out 13 plays or 15 plays, but giving out one or two plays that they really, really like is what I want to keep the show around. And then I'll do a summary of my plays at the end. And I'll also make sure to go over any injury news that we get. Underdog, tweets or notifications are still on. They'll continue to be on. Really, really important that we have those, but not so much for tonight. I think we kind of know what's going on tonight. Now tomorrow we got like 400 basketball games, so I already kind of looked ahead to tomorrow as well. And the last thing I wanted to mention before we actually get started is every day, pretty much every day, not every single day, but more days than not, you guys will see that I'm doing a morning show. It's actually going to be at 7 a.m. Eastern time every morning, pretty much. I'm gonna try not to miss a morning. I do got a couple things, that's already planned that I'm, just not gonna be able to make it for. But even then, I'm gonna try to do a pre-recorded show. But the live show is live. Like I'm actually on there in the morning. So if you guys are, on the way to work, or if you guys got time, tap in. I'm trying to beat the lines, right? I'm gonna talk about my plays that I gave out this morning on the show. And I'm gonna talk about how the lines have moved so much already, right? So the earlier we can get the number, the better, right? Especially if we have all the information that we need to make us feel confident in our plays, right? So all of that said, all of this, the spaces won't be recorded this year. The spaces won't be recorded, but everything else, the podcast the YouTube that I do in the morning will be a podcast as well. That'll be on all social media platforms, Spotify and Amazon and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, whatever the case might be. All that information will be there throughout the day. And then the spaces won't be recorded in the evening, but they'll always be recorded over on YouTube. So if you guys want to jump in and go back, you guys can always have that as an option as well. But with no further ado, man, happy NBA Day. Let's get into it. Let's get into the actual slate. We got a 2-game slate today. We got the Boston Celtics traveling to the Philadelphia 76ers. And then we got my Lakers going to Golden State tonight, man. We got this Celtics line was kind of crazy. I thought actually opened at 4.5 or 5, I think, and it's been bought down since. A lot of money coming in on Philly in this spot, so much so that I think it's kind of did a little reverse flip as well. This line was at 2.5 last night. So I think we all know, just so if you guys don't know, Steve Kerr put the news out yesterday that he was going to, not play the starters heavy minutes. He was going to kind of distribute the minutes, with the bench as well, kind of rely on his bench. I think he understands that, the regular season, if they lose game 1, it's not that big of a deal. Only for us bettors is that big of a deal if you got them, right? So all those things and taken into consideration, I think that kind of helped the line to move back in towards the Lakers favor, and we saw that line come down. But we'll go in order. So first game up, the Celtics and the 76ers. I'm actually a lot more interested in this game than I am the second game. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm not going to get into all of it because I do want to leave time for all of the guests who want to speak to be able to kind of share their plays as well. But you guys know what happened. The whole situation with Udoka, Malcolm Brogdon was picked up, of course. On Philly, they got a lot of tougher, bringing in guys like PJ Tucker and Montrezl Harrell. They also went out and got DeAnthony Melton in a trade for Danny Green. These are all the things that I kind of talked about in the preview show. So if you tuned in, then you already kind of tapped in and know what's what. So I was wrong. The line actually opened at 6.5. It got bought all the way down to 2.5. Now you see some money kind of coming in, and the line shifting back towards shifting back towards the Celtics. I actually saw 3.5 on BetMGM probably about 45 minutes ago, and that's actually one of the plays that I put in late play. So I think the way I'm going to do this, the easiest way is to go ahead and talk about what I talked about earlier in the morning show. So you guys have those plays, and then I'll probably add 1 or 2 plays throughout the day, and I'll bring those plays to the spaces as well. So the 2 plays that I gave out this morning on the morning show, I gave out the over. I was on the over at 215.5. I also got it at 214, but I would play it all the way up to probably about 216, 217. I really like the over in this spot. These are 2 defensive teams, but I'll get into it a little bit more and probably try to be a little concise with my analysis so I can get a mic to you guys as well. But I'm on the over. I gave that play out this morning. Like I said, I'll play it up to probably about 216, 215. Also, I gave out Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown points are sitting at 21.5. I think that's extremely low. Just and Tatum probably draws PJ Tucker, which will leave Jaylen Brown to go bananas. We saw this guy significantly just play with a lot more consistency throughout the second half of the season. I was actually looking at the numbers earlier. Jaylen Brown actually shot 46% from the field and before the All-Star game last year. After the All-Star game, he shot 50.5% from the field. And then if you break it down and you look at, preseason isn't everything, but you can get a feel for how guys have, if you can tell if you're watching it close. And 52% from 3. I also think Tatum draws PJ Tucker. That gives the easier matchup of, Maxey or James Harden. I don't know how much Matisse Thybulle is going to play in this game. He's been somebody that hasn't touched the rotation till about the third quarter. So with them bringing in a guy like DeAnthony Milton, they still have probably still trying to figure it out too, based on some of the stuff that I'm reading from the beat writers over in Philly. So all of those things taken into consideration, I gave you guys the numbers. I really like Jaylen Brown. Another key point I wanted to make mention to, and I'm not affiliated with them at all, and it's not a big sports book either. But if you guys have access to Hard Rock Sportsbook, I've said this before during the baseball spaces during the summer, you absolutely have to download Hard Rock. They have the softest numbers, the softest lines. Jaylen Brown points was at 21.5 when it opened on Saturday. Absolutely smashed it. It's a unit and a half play for me. And while all the other sports books had him at 22.5, and it wasn't even a lot of juice on it either. So I really like Jaylen Brown tonight. I think he's locked in, he's loaded. And he's due to have some regression, even more positive regression. I expect him to have a really, really big year this year. I could get into a lot more, but that's all I'll say. I locked in Jaylen Brown over 21.5 points. I think he scores, close to 25, if not more tonight. I really like Jaylen Brown a lot. I also, like I said, I played the over 215.5, 214. I will play that up to probably about 216. I think that, there's some points scored tonight. And where I get that from is the Celtics led the preseason in scoring, right? But they scored 125 points a game. They also allowed 115 points in the preseason, which was the seventh worst, right? And they also allow 5 more points per game than they did last season when Robert Williams was in versus Robert Williams was out. So last year when I did these spaces, I didn't have access to all this SDQL stuff. But shout out to my guy Ronald Bang, because I'm looking at everything from a different lens, and that's another reason why I was on the over. I think I gave this stat out earlier, but the over for the game. So with Robert Williams in the game, the Celtics only went over 44% of the time. But with Robert Williams out the game, the total for the game actually went over at a 64% clip. So you look, he makes a big difference. The Celtics score more points, about 4 or 5 more, and they give up more points, five more points than they do with Robert Williams in the lineup versus being out of the lineup. Those are my 2 plays I gave out earlier. The other play that I want to give out, and I actually locked this one in too, but I try to keep the podcast about 20 minutes, so I don't want to give out too many plays. Honestly, I don't have enough time to give all the analysis. So the other play I locked in, Maxey. I'm big on Maxey tonight. I'm big on Maxey for the season. There's a couple guys I got their name written down and kind of circled. And I haven't really been on Twitter throughout the day, looking at what other people are saying, but I would imagine that people probably are on Maxey as well. I played his points. I think they were at 17.5. I expect Maxey to average close to 20. Probably their second leading scorer. I like Maxey a lot. In pretty much every matchup, because he has the green light to go. And when you take James Harden out of the game, Maxey, Doc Rivers is going to stagger the lineup. When you take Maxey out of the game, you take James Harden out, he'll probably have Maxey in. Maxey will have even more free range, run the offense and play make and, just be able to score. This guy was locked in. You could tell he worked on his game a lot throughout the offseason. So I'm on Maxey as well. We'll probably play him up to probably about 20 points. And if you want to get, y'all can, do whatever y'all want to do. If y'all can get to the 20, 25, 30, whatever y'all want to do with that. But I locked Maxey in for a unit as well. So the 4 official plays that I'm on for the game are the over, 5 now because I just added 3. So I'm on the over 214.5, 215.5, 214 and 215.5. I also took Jaylen Brown over 21.5 and Maxey over 17.5. And the last but not least, Joel Embiid. I don't know how you not take Joel Embiid. I got him at 26.5 because I took it over on Hard Rock when the books first opened on Saturday. And I don't really got to talk about this one too much. They just don't have a lot of defense that without Robert Williams in that I think is going to be able to slow Embiid down. I think he absolutely has a field day tonight. So I'm not going to, talk too much about that one, but I did put a unit on Embiid as well. So those are my plays. I'll probably tweet them out to, as the game times gets closer. But let's move on to the second game because I already feel like I'm talking too much and I want to bring some other people up. and give them a mic as well. So next game, my Los Angeles Lakers travel to Golden State for ring night, and hold on, hold on. Are we getting some breaking news? Look like we getting some breaking news. Oh no, we not. We just getting them shooting around. Okay, I got all the notifications set, so my phone going crazy. Lakers versus Warriors. So this line actually opened at 6. I want to say opened at 6, and it's been going back and forth. I kind of talked about it already. Um, just alluding to uh people being not playing for the Warriors, and then both of these teams. I'll start with saying this: both of these teams are in a lot of turmoil right now. The Lakers are, I think, desperately trying to get rid of Westbrook. They understand that it doesn't work. They also need to just bring in shooting, which is why I can't back them in a spot like this. The Lakers are a couple stats I wanted to share with you guys. So I don't want to give too much, put too much onus or insight on the preseason, right? So what I did was I look at the preseason and I see how it correlates with how teams did in the second half of the season to see if that trajectory is continuing, right? So the Lakers played at the second fastest pace during the preseason. They played at the fourth fastest pace last season. The Lakers also allowed the third most points per game last season, 115, and they also allowed the most points per game in this preseason, 118. So I think the end of last season is typically when teams are trying to turn it on. And of course, preseason, we can kind of say, oh, that's a glimpse of who they are, but it's not completely who they are. When those things align, though, it's really, really difficult for me to say that, I'm not going to, just look to back them in that way. So I hear a lot of people talking about, how the Lakers could potentially win the game tonight and, probably cover the spread. I do think that 5.5, 6.5 number is, just kind of out there in no man's land. So I won't give that out as an official, but I can't back my Lakers right now. If you guys were in the spaces last year, a lot of the games most of the games, probably 95% of the games, I just wouldn't play Laker games because I never knew what to expect from them. I think we're extremely top heavy. We everything relies on exterior shooting, which the Lakers really struggle with. You got guys like Kendrick Nunn, Lonnie Walker, who's hurt. Kendrick Nunn trying to prove himself this year, but it's just Bron and AD, man, and that's really, really difficult for me to see. Against a good team that can play defense. I expect the Warriors to, even if Steve Kerr, limits those guys to 25 to 30 minutes, 35 minutes tonight, I still expect the bench to play hard. Ring night can be a letdown spot, but I don't feel like this is going to be a letdown spot for Golden State. So I would only look to take the Lakers. I'm sorry, to take the Golden State, but I'm gonna get that one out as an official play at all. And as far as props, I'm not touching anything in this game. To me, it's a wait and see game. Of course, I would look towards AD. I think he came out yesterday and said he would like to play spoiler to ring night, of course. And he got a lot to prove, man. I'm still a big believer in AD, and that might be a little bias on my end because I'm a Laker fan and I saw what he did for us in the bubble. But I think he could get back there. I think he shoots the ball a little bit better as well, stretches the floor. I'm just worried about everybody else. So we'll see with that one. But that's all I got for you guys. I got a lot that I want to share for tomorrow. So I won't get into that tonight, but a lot that I want to share about tomorrow as far as these stats and just looking at some trends go. If you got a play that you want to share, this is the time where you guys can request up, and I'm gonna try to get to the people as I saw them in order. Emily, I'm coming to you first. I see you in here. What's up, Em? If you can get connected, I definitely want to kick the mic to you. Can you hear me, Em? Yeah, it looked like you're connected on my end. I'm not 100% sure. Let me get my guy Ronald. Let me get my guy Finesse. Lockdown was in here early. Let me get to him. Finesse, RC, Lockdown. I think you guys are connected. If you guys can hear me, y'all definitely can come off mute and share. Em, if you want to request back up, you definitely can. I don't know what happened. I think it was probably some kind of error that wouldn't let you connect. Finesse, RC, can you guys hear me? Lockdown, can you hear me? Okay, what's up? What's up? What's up, man?
Chilling. Lockdown, you can go first. I heard you speaking out. Actually, give me a minute. I'm about to go on a walk, so I need to get out the door. So someone else go first, and I'll be ready to go next.
That'll work.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I only got to play 2 plays on this first game. I think you touched on a lot of pieces there. Just to add on to some of the SDQL that you're mentioning for Robert Williams, last season, 13 and 15 against the spread. But if when he wasn't in the lineup, but if you add that they're the home favorite and they're playing an in-conference opponent, he gets to 3 and 10 against the spread. To me, I talked about this on Wager Talk and Sports Memo. The absence of Robert Williams is such a huge piece. And obviously without him, they're gonna push the pace a little. Their offensive efficiency actually goes up, but in the defensive efficiency is so big of a gap that's where the issues lie. We see Brogdon and Smart moving, upgrading to probable, but at the same time, that's good for them. Their depth at guard is already so great, but that power forward and center position is gonna be a trouble against Embiid and this squad. I think Harrell and PJ Tucker were good additions to the depth of this team on the Philly side. Obviously, you bring some Melton, and then you got guys like that was already been on the squad with Niang and Korkmaz. They're just a deep team, and the longer this game goes, maybe the Celtics stay close in the first half, but the longer this game goes, the depth of Philly is gonna show up and become the reason why they win this game outright, in my opinion. And like I mentioned, with the pace of play without Time Lord, I feel like this is just gonna go over. I got the number 14, I think, or 214 and a half. But now it's around 216 and a half, I think.
Yeah, RC, you. I mean, that's and I know we kind of chopped it up about it already, but I the over in this spot too, RC. You said a lot of good things, in addition to what I said already, and I like to be aligned with you, bro. I think we both on the right side, and I hope we shit. Lockdown, if you ready, kick it to you. If not, we can kick it to my guy Finesse, and then I want to come to M. What's up, Lockdown? Happy NBA Day, bro.
Happy NBA Day, man. I'm so hyped for it. It's going to be a great season. A lot of League Perry. That's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of interesting storylines, especially tonight. Juicy matchup, as you already kind of reviewed. I think the over is a sexy pick. I like that pick because you're right. It actually kind of always felt like an under, but when you kind of reviewed it, I do like the over. But so let me catch my breath. My dog is going crazy. But yeah, so I mean, I already told you kind of what my favorite play was. Play that I already released. You saw it on my Twitter. Maxey over 2.5 threes. I know Celtics are a great defense, but if you watch him in the preseason, I mean, he was incredibly aggressive from the perimeter right away. Back-to-back threes, I think, on the first 2 nights. So yeah, I'm expecting them. Even when he had a bad game against Charlotte, it still swung to him early, and he got a opening 3, which was nice. Nice to see. So give you a little bit of stats. Sorry for my out of breathness. Post All-Star break, when he was with Harden, he averaged 48% from threes on 5.3 attempts, making 2.5 per game. So yeah, definitely love the over 2.5, especially at plus money tonight. I do have his 5 threes in a parlay. So yeah, that's kind of like my biggest play. I also you're on his points. I'm also on his points. So,
nice. Let's cash Lockdown. Appreciate you sharing, bro.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What was your question?
No. I said, well, good. I'm glad we aligned on his points, bro. Let's cash.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So happy NBA Day, man. Good luck to everyone. I'll keep that short.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, Lockdown. Let me kick it to my guy Finesse, and then I'm gonna kick it to Emily. And I got a lot of guys in here, bro. Shout out to Monotone, Reem in here with the new pick, Vaughn, Bo in here. So yeah, I'm gonna get to you guys. Just give me a second. We gonna get this thing going. Finesse, I'm gonna kick it to you, and then I'm gonna kick it to M.
What's good, bro? Yeah, kick to Emily first. Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Emily Austin, what's going on? Long.
Gender equality. Go ahead.
I like it.
No, now on purpose you're gonna go. No, I'm kidding. Whatever. I'll just go. No, so usually I'm like a very I don't want to say it's overly confident because they've proven to just be great. Besides the fact that Golden State won, I have a lot of confidence in the 76ers playing right off the bat. But usually, if you hear me in Twitter Spaces, which a lot of you might, because I don't shut the F up, I'm very, very passionate about the Celtics. Now, I'm not even a Celtics fan. Okay, honk at me. I just really do believe that they can be great. However, tonight, I think Philly definitely has the upper hand, which I would never usually say, because I think between the Ime situation, Time Lord being out, one thing that Philly has over the Celtics is definitely the consistency. And they definitely do have the depth. But on any given day, I would tell you that the Celtics are going to crush them tonight. But today I don't think so. And so far, I kind of agree with what everyone's saying about like the picks. Whoever said over 216.5, I don't agree. I have a feeling tonight people are going to be a little bit more conservative in their shots. Just like a feeling. I actually don't have any rational point behind it. I just think people are not just going to be like shooting a lot. I think the Celtics are going to be a freaking wreck tonight, so I definitely don't think it's going to be over 216. Maybe if it is, it's going to be mostly Philly's contribution. But yeah, so far, what everyone's saying, I pretty much agree with, and I'd love to hear more opinions.
Okay.
I'm also really looking forward to your morning show because 7 a.m. I definitely could use a Twitter Space.
I like it, Em. I like it. I appreciate that love. Hey, it was rocking this morning. I had no idea. I thought it was gonna be one person. I was gonna be talking to myself this morning, and it was actually some people. I think I had like 45, 50 people. I know y'all wake up that early in the morning, but yeah, 7 a.m. man. If y'all up, it's it's not an actual Twitter Space, but you guys can definitely jump over on YouTube and listen to. It's gonna be about 15, 20 minutes. It won't be anything that's gonna last too long, but definitely jump in over there. Appreciate you, Emily, as always. Let me kick it to my guy Finesse. Shout out to the whole chalkboard community, man. I got my guy Finesse and RC in the building at the same time. We do run a chalkboard community. Links are posted pretty much everywhere. If you guys aren't in those, then you're gonna miss out on some free plays because we always but yeah, Finesse, let me kick it to you, and then let me get my guy Monotone up and Reem as well. What's up, Finesse?
Yes, sir. It was good. I mean, great time to be of the year. Obviously, we talked about it all summer. The people definitely missed you and missed this. So, I think I speak for a lot of people. We happy you back, and we happy NBA's back, and to just do it all over again. So, I'll be quick. Just a couple things I'm looking at. Definitely gonna keep it light today. First place, Draymond. I mean, I had a lot of fun with this last half of the year, targeting his unders. I know it's kind of gross starting the year off with an under, but I like the under 20.5 PRAs. Minus 120 on Barstool. I think it's great value. Draymond failed to hit his number at 9 in his last 11 versus LA. And in his last 7, only averages 16.1 PRA, so big edge there. He's failed to hit this number in his last 3 openers, including last year versus the same Lakers team. You mentioned it, Kerr announced the minutes restriction. He said something about 30 plus, so just taking that number, Draymond played 30 or less in 21 regular season games last year, went under this line in 16 of them, so love that. Warriors are also just deeper. With some of their pickups, they picked up Jermichael Green. Obviously, Wiseman's healthy. Kuminga, his role is going to be expanded. He's definitely earned that. And Wade could play the 4 as well, so just really much more deep on the front line. And I think we got some potential blowout factor. The game could get out of hand. It could not. The Lakers could definitely hang in, but just a small edge there as well. So I like that number at 20.5. I do like that. And then my man Reem was running the space earlier, and he mentioned Golden State first half, and I think I'm going to rock with him there. I'm sure he'll talk about that a little bit more, but I think it's just a great spot. If the starters are going to be limited, they're going to want to come out aggressive and try to build the lead. So I like them at half. I think the 2.5 is minus 130. If you want the 3.5 too, I think that's minus 110. So I really like that number. I like them. I lean them full game as well, but I'm a rock with Reem on that and take Golden State first half and the Draymond under. Okay,
and hey, Finesse, that Draymond under, that was all his PRAs.
Yep, PRAs
20.5 under. Okay, all right, cool. Draymond under. Okay. That's yeah. See, and this is what make it good because I hadn't even looked at that. I know a lot of people probably going, I was thinking, about Draymond, but I was like, I ain't touching him. So I'm glad, Finesse brought up a lot of points and now, want to take it too. He also just haven't had a lot of chance to play in preseason games, any meaningless basketball at all. So we don't know what kind of shape he in. So yeah, I like that a lot, Finesse.
He's too busy punching his teammates.
Yeah, knocking them out cold. And I know you're a Warrior fan too, Emily. So yeah, you're gonna have to talk to us about that. But let me kick it to my guy. I want to keep going. Let me kick it to my guy.
12.5 PRA?
No, 20 and a half. Under 20 and a half.
Right.
Yeah, they the Bucks ain't doing them that bad like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, 20 and a half makes sense, but that's a good number.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
might be failing that.
Absolutely. All right, let me kick it to Monotone, and then Reem. I'm gonna kick it to Reem after that. What's up, Monotone? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm better now. We're back in the spaces. It feels like last year. You know, it's great. I'm very happy to be back up here speaking. I'm glad everything's going great with you, Chris. I saw the podcast this morning. I'm glad to see that too. More educational content for the community is always a good thing. I'm gonna come up here and bring out some more weird plays, just like last season. I'm going back to first quarter. If you guys are on DraftKings, if you guys are on MGM, first quarter bets are like awesome, right? You don't have to worry about blowouts. I think we can all remember how we felt last season when the blowouts were going crazy. So I'm starting out with Marcus Smart, 1 first quarter assist, and Joel Embiid, 2 first quarter rebounds. First of all, doesn't that sound so easy just off the bat, right? I'm kind of surprised both of these numbers were even listed to start out. But I'll start out with Embiid rebounds. First off, guys are going to be coming back rusty. I don't think shots are necessarily going to be falling at the rate we see later in the season, which is just generally good for rebounds in general. But when you look at Embiid's stats from last season, he was averaging well over 2 rebounds. He was averaging 3.8 rebounds in the first quarter last season. Then if you look at his stats specifically against Al Horford, when they played against each other, he's averaging 4.25 rebounds in the first quarter against Al Horford. So I think Embiid's in a great spot right here. As for Marcus Smart, I was betting this at 2 assists per first quarter last season. So to get this at just 1 assist through likely 8 minutes to 10 minutes of rotations, that's just a super good number right there, to be honest. He averaged 2 first quarter rebounds last season, 2 first quarter assists last season. To only get that at 1, very much love these 2 legs. Should cash very easily. I'll say it one more time. Marcus Smart, 1 first quarter assist. Joel Embiid, 2 first quarter rebounds. That's over on DraftKings.
Tailing.
I like it, Monotone. Hey, for people who don't know, Monotone gets really creative with these plays, man. If you're not a follower of Monotone, that's crazy because this guy literally sits around and finds the easiest plays that cash, and he keep cashing them, and then he switch it up.
What's the odds you got?
It's only minus 120.
Right. Okay. I got minus 125 at DK. Was that DK?
Yeah, it might be moving fast. Last
probably
year,
moving, yeah.
we posted. Sometimes they took the whole market down, like they just didn't make it available. So
That MGM has it sometimes too. For advice for everyone, always check that MGM. They might have it.
Yeah, good.
Chris, before I run to the gym, I wanted to ask: are you going to be doing any post-game spaces?
Probably not, Emily. Not after the Laker game. Because it's probably gonna be past my bedtime. If I gotta get, I'm typically getting up at like 5:45 to do my 7 o'clock show. So probably not if I'm being realistic. What I will do for you guys that are in here, sometimes if I find, if we get a competitive game where I see something that I really like, I will do a halftime space. We started doing those towards the end of last season, just for halftime because I don't typically tweet while I'm watching the game or any. In analysis when it's halftime. So I'll do that.
Okay, cool. I'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you for the space. I'm gonna try to tune in tomorrow morning. You guys rock. See y'all soon.
Absolutely. Have a good evening. Appreciate you being here as well. Let me kick it to my guy Reem, and then I got Bo in the building too. Hey Reem, what's good, man? Talk to me about Golden State first half.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Good to see everybody back, man. Excited to get the season going, man. Appreciate you coming having me up there, Chris. You already know.
Absolutely, bro. Anytime, Reem. You know you here, bro. And I like the pick too. New year, new pick, new money. I like it, Reem.
Hopefully the money can change up, man. Golden State first half 3.5, man. I ain't gonna overthink it. Die-hard Laker fan. Y'all know me. It's a bad spot for the Lakers, bro. It is rain night. You can't have a rain night letdown, but I just don't think we have enough to match that. Once the Warriors 3 start falling, bro, and even though Kurt said he's gonna have his guys on minutes restriction, I don't think that matters. But that Golden State bench is deep. With Kuminga, you got Wiseman back, Jordan Poole. They're gonna make him look good. They just signed Wiggins back, but I think it might get ugly fast, bro. It might get ugly early. A long shot play for the night. You guys on the plus 700. I'm sprinkling on that just on the fact that I don't know how long he's going to play. Because besides what Kurt said, that those guys will be on minutes restriction, I know he was already gonna have a low minute, but I think if he got 25 minutes, he should be able to. If he get hot, he can hit 5 in a quarter. So his last preseason game was the only one he played. He played 17 minutes. He hit 5. He went 5 for 7 from 3. In the previous seasons when the Warriors had an opening night against the Lakers, it was about some years back. Klay Thompson had 38 points with 5 threes in 3 quarters in a blowout. They won by 30. So also in his last 5 or 6 games against LA, he covered at 3 threes his regular line 5 out of 6 times, having 5 threes in 3 of those games. So long shot of the night, Klay Thompson 5 threes in a win. Straight bet. Warriors first half minus 3.5 for me tonight, man. Good luck to everybody. I hope y'all win some money tonight.
Absolutely, Raymond. And Raymond might be because his dad played for the Lakers, right? So he just always want to have that upper hand, right?
Yeah, defense gonna be horrible, bro. They gonna do what they want, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm interested to see what we look like, though. I am interested to see what we look like. But appreciate you, Reem, as always, bro. I didn't even know you was doing the space earlier. I probably would have hopped in. Like I said, I ain't really been on Twitter too much today. Vaughn, what's going on, my brother? My fellow RVA brother. What's going on, bro? How you, Vaughn?
I'm good, bro. Good, bro.
Word. What you liking tonight, Vaughn? What you want?
I got 2, man. So I'm on maxi threes with you at 2.5 at plus money. I also took them at 3 and 4. But I took that shit like Sunday. So the line I got and what it's at now is totally different. So I love Maxey tonight. Just a light ladder on him. I also took Jason Tatum rebounds at 7.5. Took his double as well. His line is at 7.5. No time lower equals more rebound opportunities. Philly was last in rebounding last season. I didn't really see them address that realistically. They brought in Montrezl Harrell, but a small big isn't something that scares me away. I got his double on DraftKings is at plus 255 right now. And if you play it on FanDuel, it's at plus 210. So I really like Jason Tatum rebounds at plus 7.5. And then I played it all the way up to a double as well.
Okay, Vaughn be rubbing the gems. Okay, appreciate that, Vaughn. Best of luck tonight, my brother.
Hey, I got a question for you before you go.
Yeah, whatever.
I got Joel B, Steph Curry, and LeBron plus 100, all to score 20 points. How do you like it?
Joel Embiid, LeBron James, and Steph.
Yeah.
I think you got to go with that. That sound like that L word that we don't use on the show, Vaughn. That sounds good to me.
Hey, so look, on DraftKings. I don't know if it's just in Virginia or whatever, but that's on DraftKings at plus 100. So if you want to take a look at that, it's definitely worth it. But that's all I got, bro.
Okay, appreciate you, Vaughn. Best of luck. Like I said, bro, appreciate you for coming through, showing some love and giving out some plays, man. I like your looks a lot. Bo, let me kick it to you, man. I ain't heard from you in a minute, bro. Since you're supposed to get finesse that steak dinner, I think never mind, I'm just messing with you. But what up, Bo? Appreciate you being here, bro. What's going on, man?
What's the word? Hey, before we get started, I want to, as always, say I'm appreciative of you being so delicate and dedicated, giving us a platform to speak. And also, I see my brother and my little sister in here, so shout out to them. I wanted to, correct everybody on the pronunciation. It's Boomaye. I ran with it last year because it was a little family joke. So like I'm a little famous in the family off y'all calling me Bo Man, so I want to get that out the way. But yeah, man, I'm always with the contrarian stuff, man. Shout out to Finesse. I'm actually good in his book. I didn't have to pay him nothing. I got to follow off that bet, so I rock with it. But for today, are we going in order or just plays in general?
Just your best plays, bro. Whatever you want. Long shot, contrarian, 2-leg, whatever you got, bro.
All right, so I'm kicking it off. I'm going straight to the Lakers. I like the Lakers to win. I know a lot of y'all saying, Steph this, that, the third, the Warriors this, that, the third. That's cool. I think this is a year where LeBron come out and make a statement for himself and remind everybody King James, me personally. I think this is a game where if you think the Lakers is going to win, why not take them plus 11? Because, it typically happens in the ring games. Teams come out, they're a little emotional once the banner come up. Game to be tight up into the third quarter come. They already thinking about what they going to eat for post-game dinner. So that's one of my plays. I got the Lakers plus 11 on the win margin. I got it at plus 1,100. I can't tell you what it's at now.
As far as Philly goes, I like Philly to win too, but I just crept up on something that I think is a steal, and it's Tobias Harris. His line is at 13.5 points. Let me give you the odds that I'm seeing right now. This is FanDuel, of course. His odds is 13.5. It's at minus 128. I'm going to lock it in at plus 15. You can get him at plus 15 for plus 102. I think he's the key to the Sixers' success this year. I think Maxi's going to do what he does. Harden should have a great season as well. You know, he just got traded mid-season, so he's fully acclimated now. But I think this season is going to be about Tobias Harris more than anybody. He got to show and prove that he's worth that contract. And 15 points, I like that. So those would be my two plays I'll say for this one. And if y'all got time, make sure y'all come over. I see Prop God in here too. Make sure y'all hop over to Prop God and Social Show. I'll drop some other plays on that too. But that's pretty much it from me. Again, I appreciate you, Chris. Shout out to everybody that rocked with us in the chat. And, you know, good luck to all.
Absolutely. It's Bomaye.
You know, like Ali Boumaye.
Boumaye. Ali Boumaye. Boumaye. Okay, boo. I'm going to call
Dead bodies in the hallway.
Where? Okay, so Lakers plus 11 and Tobias Harris 15 points.
Yes, sir.
Got you. All right, bet. Let me kick it to JTG. What's up, JTG? It's been a minute, bro. I don't think you was here at the end of the last year. Maybe you were. I can't remember. But let me kick it to you, and then I'm gonna kick it to my guy. Big Murder Mike, man. What's up, JTG? How you doing, bro?
Good, bro. How you been?
I'm good, man. You know, just locked in, trying to get some money, man. Cash some tickets.
Definitely appreciate you with the platform and everything, you know, and it's just good to have another NBA season. I stay tuned in to what you doing and what you talking about, just making it better for all us, you know, all us better. So definitely appreciate that.
I appreciate you showing love, bro. What you on tonight? What you liking?
Yeah, I've been studying like all us probably for all day, but you know, I really been looking at Montrezl Harrell. I got him on DraftKings, I think at 5.5 or 6.5 for his points. You know, that's just a play that I think like Embiid, he not ready to go out. I know like the coach didn't say this, but Embiid not gonna be ready to go out there and play no 40 minutes and previously playing with Doc, you know, with the Clippers, he knows the system. It's somebody who Doc Rivers trusts, and he's shown on the depth chart at the third string, but he gonna play over Paul Reed, and I'm sure you know, like he one of the most efficient as far as scoring. He can play 10, 12 minutes and have a 10-point game. I got him on FanDuel 10 plus at plus 370, and the odds dropped to like plus 260. Not too short after, so I got Montrezl Harrell over 6.5 points as a straight bet for a unit, and then 0.25 units on that 10 plus. That's probably one of my favorite plays for today, as far as spreads or, you know, money lines or whatever. I locked in Philly as soon as the Ime Udoka news broke a month ago, whatever that was.
Okay.
Plus 4.
Okay.
I honestly think they win the game on the money line, but kind of tough to bet against the Celtics coming off that year. What you think about that one?
Man, it's difficult for me too. Like, you know, a lot of sharp minds, guys that I actually listen to and, you know, value their insight are on, you know, Philly. I think Philly got the upper hand in this one too. I just think Robert Williams, you know, him being out, just it's too much of an impact. I do think that Boston's gonna come out and it's gonna be a good game, right? I don't think either team's, in my estimation. You know, I feel, you know, the game's in Boston. Just ran out of gas. I think that they're primed to, you know, play hard and compete even with a team like Philly. I also think that you know, Philly is I think this the part that's being overlooked just a tad bit. Philly's still in the process of trying to, you know, get it all together. If you watch, I've been paying attention to a lot of what Doc Rivers been saying in these not post game, but post practice interviews, and you know they had the summer camp in Charleston, South Carolina. If you listen to him talk, you can kind of tell that he doesn't really know. Last year, I felt like they didn't have enough off the bench, right? When Embiid got hurt and had to wear the mask, they didn't have guys that could step up. James Harden was a, you know, diminished version of himself, and their offense just didn't look as good. But this year, it feels like they have more than enough pieces, and he's going to have to pick and choose when he's going to utilize guys, like you said, right? So Paul Reed and Montrezl Harrell. But then I talked about it earlier. You got Kirk Mars, you got Gorgeous Niang, you got Shake Milton is still there. You bought in a 6-man like DeAnthony Milton who could start on this game. You got Thibault. It's so many pieces. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got a lot of weapons. So for me, I just feel like they're the more complete team. I like that they bought in, the toughness by adding a guy like PJ Tucker that's gonna stand in the corner, space the floor, make it easy for James Harden to play one-on-one, make it easier for Embiid to play one-on-one if you try to double off of him. Because when you have a dominant center that you really can't match up with one-on-one like Joel Embiid, you need to surround him with shooters. So if the double team comes, you got James probably at the top of the key. You got Maxey probably, on the left wing or the right wing. And then you got PJ Tucker in the opposite corner and Tobias Harris. Those are all capable shooters. You know what I mean? Tobias Harris is somebody that, in this game, at least points. I don't think that even if they do lose, I think it's a one possession game. So I really like Philly. I don't know if they're gonna win the game. I think, I think they definitely could win the game. I'm not trying to say that they won't, but I do like them plus the points, a lot in this spot.
Yeah, love them plus the points. Like I said, I got them at plus 4 or 4.5 when that Ime Adoka news broke. I threw a unit on it just because I knew that line would start moving. So hopefully I'm on the right side. But besides that, I was gonna say the guy who just spoke before me, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Don't want to mess it up because he just said it.
Boombaye.
Boombaye. Hey, what he said about the Lakers 11 plus win margin, I feel like that's low key, like super sharp, like low key, because like to me, first off, the public is on the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, I'm not gonna lie, nobody wants to. That's kind of how I see it. When nobody wants to bet on that team, that's probably when you start looking at. I'm not gonna lie, no, I don't even want to bet on the Lakers.
I was gonna say.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with sprinkling like 0.25 units on the Lakers to win by 11 plus at plus 1100. Because if the Lakers win, I think it's gonna be by like 11 plus. So when he was saying that, I was in here like, yeah, he know what he's talking about for sure. Because if the Lakers win, I think it's definitely gonna be that. I don't see the Lakers winning and it being like on a buzzer beater or some shit like that. Like they win, they may get them out of there. And then not only that, I know they look terrible in the preseason, bro, but that's preseason, and I will say they starting lineup together did look pretty good. And Anthony Davis is another guy who I didn't put anything on him tonight, but I think his value on him on his points probably. I think he got a lot to prove this year for sure.
Yeah, so. Yeah. No, I definitely get where you're coming from, and that we got about let's just say we got 15 minutes left. So I'm gonna try to get to. I see Mike in the chat, Tall Black Genius paper place picks. I'm gonna get to you guys for sure, but a little bit of pushback on that, right? Because I am a guy that contrarian Chris comes out sometimes, and I'll want to fade the public for sure. I do it, on especially during the NFL season, but I think. For me, that's a stay off spot, right? Because you don't want to necessarily back Golden State with everything going on with Draymond and Steve Kerr talking about resting his guys. So for me, I would think more like, what? This is a sit and watch game, right? This is a watch and learn game, see what happens. Because I don't know if y'all been watching the Lakers or not, but I'm a diehard Laker fan, so I watch every single minute, right? I got YouTube TV. I go back and watch the games. I got all the beat writers notifications turned on. So anytime any Laker news drop, I'm on it, right? Like every single thing. From what I've seen, I don't know how you back this team, especially on the road against other good defensive teams. So I mean, trust me, I'm no bigger Laker fan. I'm a bigger Laker fan than Savannah James is. But I cannot back this team tonight, bro. I would just rather not put my money on it if I had to take the Lakers, because if they get blew up by 20, what are we gonna say? Well, they lost all preseason. They saw they finished the last season. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just it's a stay away spot if I'm not gonna back Golden State in this spot.
Yeah, for sure. I see that for sure. Yeah, like I said, I'm a little aggressive with my approach sometimes, but that's just kind of what I kind of agree with what he said on that. But we'll see. We never know with this shit, but I think definitely like one last thing. I know you'll probably have a show tomorrow, and I'll probably hop on here. But one last thing, like I do think tomorrow is when we will see a lot more of those 11+ win margins, and maybe even a 31+ win margin. But that's just something to keep in the back of the head for those who like to look for those long shots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nah, for sure. I appreciate you joining up, JTG. I think this was a good conversation too. I'm gonna try to go rapid fire real quick with everybody else. And shout out to everybody that's over on YouTube, man. If you're over on YouTube, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube, like I said earlier, if you joined late, definitely go over and check my YouTube out. I'm doing morning shows, about a 15-minute podcast, 15 to 20-minute podcast at 7 a.m. and it'll be recorded so you guys can go watch it over on YouTube, or you can check the link out on Spotify or, Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcast at. So definitely, tap in over there. I appreciate everybody for, dropping their plays over there. It's a lot of plays I'm looking at over there as well right now. So yeah, that's that. Let me kick it to let me get the Big Murder Mike real quick, and then I'm gonna get to you, Snag. What's up, Murder Mike? What's going on, bro? How you doing? I can't call it, bro. How you living? Absolutely, bro.
But yeah, I got one play in particular. I'm really it's probably my favorite play tonight.
What you got?
I started lowering my odds, bro, since last year. I ain't doing the plus 2,000, 3,000. Not yet, anyway. You feel me? I'm gonna at some point do that, but it's for the Lakers game. It's the odds plus 499.
Okay, what you got?
It's Jordan Poole 25 and 4 threes. I know it's a little, spicy right there with that, but
I actually like that a lot. I don't even think that's too spicy, for real, for real.
Yeah, because I was looking at his past games against him, and he hit the three pretty good against them. And this game do have blowout potential, bro, and especially I feel like the starters either way they're not gonna play a lot of minutes, bro, because of the restriction that Steve Kerr said about the conditioning. And if we see a blowout, so that's probably gonna be more minutes for Jordan Poole and other people off of the bench, maybe Kuminga, and I feel like with not joking, man, Jordan Poole, that's my dog, man, but after that punch, he want to come out here and get the world off of that. And what better way to do that than to come out and have a big game tonight?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. And it looked like you said, it just looked like he gonna get an increased role with some of those vets not being in game shape according to Steve Kerr. So I like that a lot, bro. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
What's the odds on that again, Mike?
Say it again.
What's the odds on Poole 25 and 4 threes?
I locked this in. I want to say last night I locked it in. And at the time it was plus 499. I don't know what it is now.
Plus 499. Okay.
Yeah, 25 points and 4 threes.
Okay, I appreciate you, bro. Best of luck with that.
I appreciate it, bro. Good luck to you.
Absolutely, bro. Snag, let me kick it to you real quick, and then Tall Black Genius, I want to come to you, and I'm gonna kick it to Place Picks. What's up, Snag?
Hey, what's going on, man? Happy opening day to y'all, man.
Absolutely, Snag. What we doing? What we doing tonight, Snag?
The Sixers, right? But I'm not. Happy fade the retirement home day. I'm back again. Fading the Los Angeles Lakers. Give me Warriors first quarter. Warriors full game plus 110.
Warriors first
I'm not
quarter.
buying into the narrative with Steve Kerr. He could sit him down. That's cool. But they got a deep enough bench and a deep enough team that I see them getting it done. And I've been getting DMs about AD. Look, me personally, I'm not afraid of Mr. Glass. If Bron dropped 40 and killed my bet, so be it. But I'm starting the season off fading the Lakers.
Hey, Snag, bad as that sound, bro. You just picking up, where the season kind of left off last year. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You said first quarter full game.
Yeah, first quarter full game, and I got it parlayed with Embiid double-double and Philly to win. It's plus 486, or it was yesterday when I locked it in. I don't know what it is now.
Embiid double-double in the win. I was actually looking at that as well, but I'm gonna be a little conservative to start the year. I think I saw that at plus 200 on FanDuel earlier.
Yeah, the last I looked, it was. When I got it, it was plus 186, but now it's plus 200.
Okay. Now I appreciate you being here, Snag, and I think those good looks, bro. I will say this, and we got a couple more minutes, so I'm gonna try to get to a couple more people. But I will say this. I know Finesse talked about it earlier, and I know Reem talked about it too. I actually think that I think the game script for the Laker and Warrior game is what we see from the Warriors all the time. I think the Lakers come out and play them tough early. And I don't know if early is just first quarter before, it get out of hand, or it's first half. But we know Golden State, with Steph, Clay, and Draymond is historically the best team we've seen with our own eyes if we've been watching basketball. So I think that, I could see that script, right? You get the letdown spot early in the, beginning of the game. Like I said, I don't know if that's first quarter or first half. The Lakers actually hang with them and they actually play defense. And this Laker team, they've been looking like front runners to me, and like I said, it's my team, but you see Bron not playing a lot of defense. And I know it's preseason, but these are habits that you kind of want to build upon, right? You don't want to, have bad habits leading into the season. You want to make the right play every single time. We know Bron's a little bit older. So, he's just not the defensive guy that he used to be at all. I mean, offensively, he's taking a step back and shooting a lot more jumpers as well, even though he's still elite and, a top 5'10" talent in the league for sure. But you just see those things, right? How much of the defense is going to be put on AD because guys are blowing right by guys, right? And we know that Patrick Beverley can bring a defensive aspect to the game where he could potentially slow down the other team's best guard. But at the same time, if he's not hitting the wide open jump shot in the corner, then he's a liability on offense. And we always talk about the Lakers not having enough spacing and enough shooting for LeBron and AD to be able to play freely without drawing a lot of double teams and some congestion in the paint. So that's what I'll say about that. Let's see. Yeah, Tall Black Jeans, I'm going to kick it to you, and then I'm going to get the place picks, and then we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in for sure. Tall Black Genius, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
ChrisBeCappinn,
What up, bro?
Back, guys. I'm happy to be back, man. ChrisBeCappinn, one of the most official cappers here on the social media platforms. We talking Twitter Spaces and YouTube. I love it, man. I'm here to get the money and just share my plays with the team. It's Lane with a Wise, Generation Wise, the Tall Black Genius. And our play for today, you got to understand, Chris, we got the first day of the NBA season, but it's going to be the first time a few of these guys coach. I mean, the Lakers have a new coach this year. The Boston Celtics, we already know what's going on with their coaching situation. I'm playing experience, man. Doc Rivers. We're playing Doc Rivers, man. We're playing the Sixers money line tonight, Chris. I'm not even about to play with these boys. We're on Doc Rivers. We're on the 76ers. We're going to take the 3 points as an official. Chris, we're going to play the 6.5 points with Montrezl Harrell, okay? We're talking about the 76ers new player at minus 120 over 6.5. My X factor for this game, Chris, we always got to have an X factor. It is Montrez as far as the points angle, but if I'm looking at my double-double prop, I got to play Al Horford at plus 360. Al Horford double-double is plus 360. I think that's a solid play for him. I don't know who's going to be physical with him, who's going to be competitive with him. I mean, Joel, are these two stars really going to go back-to-back? I'm playing the Al Horford double-double. For my Lakers game, man, shout out to LA, man. We're coming for the chip this year, but it's not going to happen this early, man. I'm going to represent for the champions. We got to take Golden State on the money line today. Mind you, Chris, I was the one who called it Game 6 Golden State to win by 11 plus, that plus 600, Chris. They smashed them to close out that series, and we called it, Chris. I know you remember.
I remember. You're right.
Here, man. I'm ready to cash this Golden State money line, and my X factor for this game, man, Sucker Punch Dre, man. We're taking Sucker Punch Dre, man, over 6.5 points, and we might just tease that double-double for the X factor. Everybody's hating on him. He's the enemy. You know what I'm saying? He's the op right now, even on his own team. All you got to do is throw some elbows, catch a couple boards, and give us some putbacks. Draymond, let's see what's popping with the 6.5 points.
Okay.
Tease's double-double plus, because I think it's like plus 950. What's the Draymond double-double prop? It's the Tall Black Genius, guys. 76.
Okay. Hey, Tall Black Genius always come with the off-the-wall stuff and make it make sense, and then you be thinking about playing it. I appreciate you being here, Tall Black Genius. We're going to wrap this thing up, man. Let me kick it to Monotone real quick, and I do got to get I want to kick it to Place Picks real quick because I know I didn't get to him. But Monotone, go ahead, bro, and I'm going to kick it to Place Picks, and we're going to get out of here in a couple minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to get one more here too. I just found it. I think my last one was pretty much, free money, but this one is even more disrespectful. I don't know if you remember last playoffs, I was coming in here and giving out Kevon Looney 3 first quarter rebounds, 2 first quarter rebounds, 4. Game 1, his first quarter line is only set at 1 first quarter rebound. So I'm playing Kevon Looney 1 first quarter rebound and Draymond Green 1 first quarter assist. That line is only minus 110 on DraftKings right now. Once again, extremely, extremely disrespectful. Looney averaged 2.8 first quarter rebounds last season, and that was only in 7 minutes too. Like, we know each of these guys are going to be on a minutes limit, but he was only playing 7-minute rotations anyway. So the fact that we can get him at 1 first quarter rebound is absolutely insane. Same with Draymond Green coming in, averaged 2.7 first quarter assists last season. Not sure why we're only getting this at 1. I know he punched someone in the face. I'm aware of that, but these are just some absolutely insane numbers. So I haven't posted this one on Twitter. Hopefully you guys can get this one in pretty quickly. But DraftKings MGM, Draymond Green 1 first quarter assist and Kevon Looney 1 first quarter rebound.
Hey, that's another gem, another gem, and you get your money so quick too, Monotone. You had this before the TV timeout in the second quarter. I love it. I love it, Monotone. Looney one first quarter rebound, and Draymond Green 1 first quarter assist. If you want to tell Monotone on that one, he actually came in and gave another one out as well. Let me get the place pick because I got you up real quick. Definitely want to hear what you got to share, my brother, and then we're gonna get out of here.
What's up, Chris? I'm with you on Jaylen Brown. I'm just looking at his threes. I'm on DraftKings. His over 2.5 threes is plus 120. He's shooting it really well in the preseason, shooting at 52% from 3.
Yes, sir. I saw that.
He's 3 for 8, 5 for 8, 3 for 6, 3 for 5. Not a ton of volume, but I think at plus 120. And even if you wanted to use your 50% profit boost on DK, you could boost Jaylen Brown up to plus 180 for 3 threes. So I definitely think that's a good look there. And if you wanted to take it to the next level in this game, you could go to the daily specials on DraftKings, and Jaylen Brown to lead the game in threes is plus 400. You're competing with Tatum and Maxey, maybe James Harden. Maybe Tatum's in assist mode or he's in mid-range mode. I think just maybe 4 threes could win this thing at plus 400. We're riding Jaylen Brown threes.
I like it, bro. I actually like that a lot. I like that. I like that a lot, man. All right. So real quick, I got these plays jotted down. I don't know if I'll get a chance to tweet all these out because it's a lot. But as I said, if you guys joined late, a couple things I wanted to kind of repeat real quick, just so people know this moving forward. We are going to limit the show as far as we just won't take, I can't take 400 requests. So if you really, trying to get your play in, try to get here just a tad bit early. These spaces are going to be every day, 5:15 Eastern time. I'm going to cut them off about 6:15. We go over 5 or 10 minutes. That's totally fine, especially if we get some late breaking news. But especially for, a 2-game slate like tonight, we just not going to be able to get to everybody on a night like tonight. Also, I said this already, but I'm going to say it again. Morning show in the morning. Come through, especially if you up already. Drop your plays over there as well. A lot of people dropping plays right now because this is also being recorded over on YouTube as well. If you guys aren't following me or aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel and you join late, you may want to do that because the spaces aren't being recorded, but everything is going to be over on YouTube. The link is posted at the top of my Twitter. I'm going to tweet out all of my official plays for today for people who join late. And best of luck to everybody. I hope you guys get some cash tomorrow. Same exact time, same exact format. We're doing the same exact thing. We just got a whole bunch of games to get through. So will I cover every game? I might have something on every game. But as far as an official play, probably not. I'll give you guys, some info on it, and let you guys kind of make your own plays. But do your research. I want this to be a show where everybody comes and, has their own reason for why they're taking, their plays, not just, the eye test all the time, but some analytical stuff and vice versa too. I don't want it just to be all analytical, but I want it to be, some narrative and some stat base and some eye test stuff too. So I appreciate you guys for rocking with me like always, man. Best of luck on all your bets and look forward to a tweet from me with all my official plays on it for tonight, man. Best of luck.